All right. My number 9 is another show that I don't believe I've seen every episode of, but it is just so much fun. It's Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Oh man, that's gonna be on my list too.
I know it's gonna be
because we got
hey, it's Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
By the way, this is my room. It's yeah.
I mean, I knew that Foster's was going to be on both of our lists.
Oh yeah, but
I'll let you do most of the gushing because it's higher on your list.
I want to hear your thoughts on it, and I'll talk about mine when
I love the concept. It's brilliant. It's so it's the coolest thing ever. It's not the coolest thing ever, but it is the coolest thing ever. I love that they're not afraid of making their main character a jerk, because Blue is like the worst person ever.
Yeah, he's such a brat.
and I'm okay with that. If he's still interesting, he's allowed to be a terrible person.
Blue, Cartoon Network's Walter White. Cartoon Network's anti-hero. He's their Tony Soprano.
That's exactly the thing.
That's too funny. I never thought of that. That's funny.
My favorite character is probably Wilt, because he's just
so polite.
This poor nice guy that everyone takes advantage of because he's just so nice, and I love him so much.
Yeah. I think we can relate to that. I think you and I are both fairly spineless.
Yeah, that's
kind of
completely. Of all of the friends, we're very Wilt.
Very Wilt-ish, I would say. I'm some impossible, unflattering combination of Wilt and Blue. I don't know how, but probably.
No, we're both there. we have Blue's mouth.
Maybe there's like a spectrum, and we're like right in the middle there.
Yeah.
Very odd.
I mean, we'll talk more about.
We'll talk a little bit more. Another theme song that I would say that's tied.
That's one of the best.
Other favorite theme song.
Yeah. I mean, when the lead instrument's a kazoo, you did the right thing.
It's pretty cool. So for me, my number 9 is Animaniacs.
Oh wow, yeah.
Which is a fantastic show, and one I definitely grew up with, and then started rewatching it with my brother Zach, and we. It's one of those things where, sure, there's some kind of like 90s centric kind of dated references, but like one of the lyrics is, and Bill Clinton plays the sax, which is hilarious.
Which is only funnier as time goes on.
It almost gets better with time, but anyway, it's still pretty timeless, and it really holds up. And one of the most rebellious shows on TV. I mean, they were kind of they were. Like those big shows that were happening in the 70s and stuff, like whatever, like Laughing or All in the Family, where they're kind of like, hey, guess what, censors, people like us, we're gonna do what we want, and that's what they're gonna want. And so Animaniacs is the same way, but with kids shows, which is almost more extreme. They were like, hey, guess what, kids like us. If you're forcing us to put in educational content, we're gonna do it as sarcastically as possible. So they do the wheel of morality, and they literally it's just random. It's just whatever. Who cares? There's your lesson. Bye. And
it gave us the Countries of the World song.
Oh, it's great
from Yakko.
And yet, when they're genuinely being educational, they're better than any show on TV at doing it.
It's
the country
beautiful.
song, there are little kids that know countries because of that, or maybe not little kids, but people kind of our age, I guess. They know it from that, or the presidents, the Wacko President song, or the Capitol song. Like, that's a lot of it is from Animaniacs.
Also, that show is one of the best voice casts of all time.
Absolutely. Robert Paulson, Jess Harnell, Tress MacNeille.
Everybody's favorite 3 people.
Those are absolutely phenomenal. And then the supporting cast is just absolutely insane. Like, that show's voice cast was off the chain. It was awesome. The reason that it's so low on my list, because I do really love it, and not all of the sketches hold up. The Hip Hippos, I'm sorry, I always have to fast forward the Hip Hippos. They're not that great. I think the Goodfellas are really funny because Goodfellas is one of my all-time favorite movies, but it gets a little one note where you're like, okay, I get it, they're Goodfellas. Like, so there's some things that you kind of want to skip over, but I mean, anytime it's the brothers and sister, or anytime it's like Rita and Runt, or there's a lot of them
Pinky
where
and
it's
the
like
Brain.
Pinky and the Brain, obviously, yeah, Pinky and the Brain is probably the biggest one.
Shout out to Maurice LaMarche.
Oh my goodness, yes, and Robert Paulson again, and the Pinky and the Brain show also was fantastic, but I haven't seen that in a really, really long time. But anyway, yeah. Animaniacs, amazing show. Super funny. What else can you say? What else can you say? It's crazy rebellious, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
All right.